Hello. Today is Monday, February 19th, 2024 at 8:54 p.m. at night. I got a yawn. Excuse me. And they're making my nose itch. So, I'm glad um that I had off from work today. Um and tomorrow. So, I don't remember how my sleep was last night, but I woke up at, I think, probably about 7:30 this morning. I woke up and somebody helped me with just enough funds for two more nights, and enough for two more nights of hotel and 2 days worth of meals to eat. So this morning I went down to breakfast, for the first time since being here. Um, yeah. So I was supposed to check out today, but I had funds to you know, get extended two more nights. And so oh, excuse me. So I had just enough funds for you know, for 2 nights of hotel and 2 days worth of food. And so I I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so tired and I'm feeling slowed. So bear with me. And I have a lot on my mind. So excuse me. Seems like tears trying to come out my eyes. So you know, I felt manipulated because like in other hotels, if you try to go and reserve a room, um and sometimes like two double beds might cost the same price as one king bed, you know, and or might cost different prices. So I think it was Friday when I came here. The king bed was the same price as two double beds, and it was also the same price as two queen beds. And so I selected. I mean, oh wait a minute. Yeah, something like that. I think the two double beds, the two queen beds, and the one king size bed. I think I remember Friday. I think I remember they were all about the same price. So I selected the or maybe the one king bed might have been a little more expensive. I don't remember. But I thought I remember everything being all the same price, but certain other rooms may have costed more. So I selected two double beds, and And so then, um, at any other kind of hotel, um, like certain other hotels, they if I would have had a situation where I was had like two, say for example, two double beds, and then somebody helped me with more hotel nights when I'm supposed to check out, and then I get help with more nights, and then I go on that to reserve um what's cheaper, select what's cheaper, you know, say the king bed or whatever, if I can, renew more nights. And so these people are money hungry enough that you know, I selected the I selected for the the king bed since it was cheaper. And then this morning when I went to try to pay for the room, you know, they try to make it like as if trying to insinuate that it was really silly for me to try to, switch rooms, or like to try to switch rooms and then pay the cheaper price. But they thought it was a smarter idea for me to pay extra and stay in the same room. But it benefited them, not me. So if the guy lied and said it was $5 and it turned out to be $20 extra, or about $20 extra, you know. So then at any other kind of hotel, if I would have had a situation where I originally had two double beds and then renewed, and then after renewing extra nights, there was a king bed for cheaper, other hotels would let me stay in the same room at the original price. I mean, let me stay in the same room at no additional extra charge. You know, so I could have got this for the then other hotels would have let me stay in the same room for the cheaper price that would have been paid for the king bed or something. You know, but this morning, um, like all they had was frosted flakes, raisin bran, milk, orange juice, and looked like they had some bagels but ran out. And they had some underripe fruit, like green bananas, like the bananas were still green, and the apples that were supposed to be red but they were half green. And like um like I heard, it's not good to eat fruit or whatever that's not ripe. So I didn't trust to have that. But he went into the closet and got a couple of muffins. And so I just only had like one chocolate muffin and one cup of milk for breakfast. But the milk, I'm glad it was cold. Well, he refilled it up with some more milk, but I'm glad it was cold. But um, that was the first time, and I don't remember how long, that I tasted the flavor of sour milk. But the milk was it tasted like a tiny bit, not that bad, but a teeny tiny bit sour. Just a barely noticeable, a little bit sour milk, you know. but I'm glad it was cold. But it was just tasted like borderline sour milk, you know. But I had like a small little cup of milk and a chocolate muffin, and that was it. Nothing else. And then I cleaned ever since he drained out the stopped up tub last night. This morning I washed out the tub, and I need to take a shower. And excuse me, I washed out the tub, and then um later on I was supposed to like at around 10 o'clock in the morning I felt still tired and thought I was gonna take a nap, and I ended up for some reason not being able to take a nap or fall back asleep. And then around three something this afternoon, 3 or 4, between 3 and 6 o'clock actually, I felt tired enough to take a nap, but I had no nap at all today. And so I thought of to work on or write some short stories, but I didn't because of still being so tired and sleep deprived, you know. So I'm still tired. Oh. Excuse me. And so um not all day long, but off and on throughout the day. Um I watched a lot of YouTube videos and a little bit of TikTok, but more YouTube than TikTok. But yeah, I didn't work on any writings or like any new short stories or anything because I so tired. But I screenshot and shared some of my previously written, short story or older short stories on TikTok, but they got some views, like a nice bit of views, but no thumbs up. No, I'm sorry. Maybe one person gave one video one of the short stories a thumbs up. Excuse me. I might get some more throughout the middle of the night or tomorrow or something. But excuse me, my nose. Excuse me. So then I try to order something on DoorDash, and the the DoorDasher, I'm pretty sure she tried her best, but she she got me the wrong item and said that she couldn't get me the item that she was supposed to get. She said it wouldn't let her scan it. And I was like, that's the first time I ever heard of something like that. So I'm stuck with, you know, something unwanted, you know, and $6 went to waste, because of her, you know, well, actually, it was $5.75 went to waste. But the other portion of the money, I'm supposed to get it back after a few days or so. I don't remember. But I just felt like I needed to rest, and I'm feeling so fatigued and tired. And you know, there's a bus nearby that doesn't seem like it runs that often. But um, the other bus, they said that it takes about an hour to walk to the other bus line, or something like that, very far. And that would, I mean, I just, needed a break from being perked as well. And then um, it was a non-food item that I tried to get on DoorDash that I need, something that I really needed, but they didn't. I mean, they didn't. I mean, she said that she couldn't even scan the item. But then the the I found a good deal on Uber Eats of not only I got like a double deal. So I don't even know if that financially balanced everything out. So what happened was I got this, like, I guess they said it was a coupon or something, and it was like um certain stores, like certain restaurants might have certain items that buy one get one free. And I ordered some Chinese food because I mean I was looking for, like, sometimes they might have like a whole meal that you can get, and other times they have excuse me, where you can just get like a buy one get one free appetizer or dessert, depending on the restaurant. Like one restaurant might um have like a deal with desserts, pies or whatever, or cheesecake or whatever, buy one get one free. Or another one might be a $20 po' boy that's buy one get one free. Or a burger that's $10 and buy one get one free or whatever. Or one time I got like a burrito that was buy one get one free. Excuse me. So I was looking for something that I can since I'm here for a couple more days, excuse me, where I can stretch the meals. So usually a plate of Chinese food is not no doggone $18. You know, that's outrageous for like some what's that called? Sesame chicken, three small pieces of broccoli, and like um a smaller portion of rice, and you get an egg roll with it. Um, and so I was able to. I got two of them. And so yeah, because they were buy one get one free. So that would have been like as if they were $9 a piece. That would have been like as if they were $9 a piece. They were 17.99 for two of them. So then, what I did was got a notification of a coupon that said um 40% off up to $15. And so I had to, but you had to, the thing was you had to order at least $25 worth of food. So I ordered the buy one get one free plates of food, and then I got those Chinese donut thingies, and then I was at $24 and something. And so then my only other option was to try to make it at least $25. I got like $1 worth of fortune cookies. And I'm like, wow, that fortune, just like water ain't free no more, fortune cookies aren't free anymore, really. They will charge you for fortune cookies. And so I got me three fortune cookies for $1 or whatever to balance it to like $25 and something. So it's like as if um everything was charged like I guess I was so I had made it like with all the delivery fees and everything. So I got the buy one get one free plus that other coupon that was 40% off up to $15. And then everything balanced out to where my final bill was $23 and something, almost $24. And I think they said I saved like $26 or $28 or something. So I feel like, well, they're all balanced out, from what I thought I was, I thought they were trying to get over me here. But then, the food thing, I was able to get a good deal on that. So everything balanced out. And then what I did was, um, I don't know why I thought that, I don't know why I was under the impression that I had, like they put two of the egg rolls in one bag, and I absent-mindedly ate both egg rolls when I meant to eat just one. I was looking for where's the other bag, and we, I don't know. I was confused, but for lunch I ate half of the for lunch I ate half of the Chinese donuts, and then saved the other half for tomorrow for lunch. But I ate both of the egg rolls. Um, I ate both of the egg rolls, so I won't have an egg roll tomorrow. But um, my body might end up feeling weird tomorrow, because of that. But then I sampled a little bit of the rice and the chicken to see how it tasted, and for lunch, I just took a couple of samples, and then the rest of the plate of of the rice and chicken and a little broccoli, I saved it for dinner, you know. And so tomorrow, I guess I'll try to eat, the breakfast up front, and then for lunch, I'll have the little maybe the little Asian donuts and maybe about half of the chicken for lunch, maybe. And then for dinner, the rest of the rice and broccoli, the other half, the second plate of the rice and broccoli and chicken, you know. And so that's basically I was able to split under $24. I was able to split that um into four meals, you know. I was able to split it into four meals. And so I'm not sure if maybe I did have sesame chicken before, but they had the option between sesame chicken and General Tso's chicken. But I forgot how either one of them had tasted. But when I had the sesame chicken, I thought this tastes kind of like orange chicken, you know. But I then I ended up with like $1.50 left in the bank. I have $1.50 in the bank, and um I might have $7 or $8 in cash. And so yeah, excuse me. They're making my nose itch. So it's like I felt discouraged because excuse me, they're making my nose itch. Somebody in the TI community that had been supportive of me for for months. I don't know about if it's been a whole year, but it's been for months, a very long time. She had been supportive of me. Excuse me. Excuse me. And so um and she even, I think, at one time told me that she's here to talk if I need someone, you know. So due to the gang stalking, you know, I was forced to have my account private because the online perps, you know, traffickers falsely reporting and getting everything shut down, you know. And so this person, when I ended up with another new account, she would faithfully follow the new account when I let her know what the perps did. But I figured she must have got hateful and turned against me and betrayed me, or don't like me no more, because I requested to follow her on the newer account, excuse me, and on both accounts she had her account is private too, and her account I think she got two accounts as well. And so she just left me to be like, you know, it said requested, you know, left me to be like on requested to follow, and ignored, you know, my request to follow, you know. Excuse me, because normally any other time or any other account she would have you know, followed me back, or we would have been mutual followers or whatever. But this time around, um I noticed that for a while, I was just kept on requested. She never accepted my friend request or followed me back or anything. And then, um, excuse me, and I thought that she was one of the, you know, faithful type of TIs that I could rely on, you know. Excuse me. And so then today, I let her know, you know, that it's another new account and that the perps got the other, you know, accounts wrongfully shut down, you know. And what she did was, She took a peep at my account and then didn't respond. She just ignored me. She didn't follow back or accept my request or anything like that. She just ignored the shit out of me. And then, like, that's like every I told y'all that every time the online stalkers, they're happy for that. They want to keep me totally isolated with no support. And so a lot of the professed targeted individuals are being deceived and brainwashed by these sex trafficking gang stalkers and turning against me and betraying me and attacking me, you know. And I mean, I feel bothered by what she did to me. And I mean, I wasn't like very close with her, but on each account, if the perps get that wrongfully shut down, she would, come and follow me on the new one, or we follow each other on a new one. And this time she didn't do that. So I'm wondering what perps got in her head. But she never really shows any footage of herself being gang stalked, But I never thought she was a perp, but she was always supportive of me. And now all of a sudden, like, I don't even know if any fake TI perps must have smear campaigned me to her and made her avoid me. Well, she didn't block me, but I figured that since she ignored me, I figured, well, you ain't got to worry about me no more. So I blocked her on both of my accounts. So I blocked her on both of my accounts, and I just, well, she ain't. I mean, that's why I say, like, and they're making my nose itch right here with the directed energy weapons. So, I mean, so like when you're a real TI and people falsely assume or falsely accusing you of being a perp, you end up being more hated and isolated, you know, and more ostracism. And I wish that, including myself, I wish that targeted individuals, including myself, had better discernment on who's the real TI or who's a fake TI that's sold out or who's narcissistic or whatever. But I felt hurt and betrayed that she just ignored me and left me hanging after she just looked at my account, and she hadn't been known to treat me like that. So instead of begging her to follow me or pestering her or whatever, I'm like, well, I just blocked her, and I'm like, you ain't got to worry about me no more. You must have sold out because I mean, you never know how quickly, when somebody's a real TI 1 minute, and before a blink of an eye, they start acting like a sellout perp. You know. But it's like everything is getting narrower and narrower with my so-called support system for anyone in the TI community, which I never really had big support, And I've been going a long time of talking to nobody on the phone. Ever since 2019, I always had about 3 or 4 people in a TI community that I would be talking to. Excuse me. And come to think of it, I don't know if they were always fake TI perps or if they eventually turned later on, you know. But in 2020, I got fed up and said, I'm not giving nobody my phone number no more. But then I ended up giving people more chances. And even as of last year, somebody in a so-called narcissistic victim community, you know, excuse me, she's one of the popular, this person, she's one of the popular fakes in the narcissistic victim community. And I didn't even feel comfortable with giving her my phone number, but she had, caught me off guard or put me on the spot, you know, and demanded my phone number. And then we started talking on the phone, about the narcissistic abuse. And she tried to butter me up and let me on to think that she was a friend. And, she quickly backstabbing, like she played all kinds of psychological games and backstabbed and betrayed me, and then lied and falsely accused me of being a covert narcissist when she was acting very narcissistic and controlling over the phone. Excuse me, and doing a lot of perp shit. She was perping me on the phone. And then she covertly and discreetly cut off all contact with me. Or she would lie for an excuse to get off the phone with me, but I never wanted to give her my phone number in the first place. But she started to be narcissistic and controlling. And she even wanted me to go and live by her. I think she was living in Massachusetts. And I'm like, this is why I can't even live with nobody. Because what if I go live with somebody and then they're supposed to be a real TI, and then next thing you know, they turn around and start perping and then kick me out of their house or set me up or lie on me and get me institutionalized when you pretend to be targeted or whatever, So she was acting abusive, narcissistic, hard, and mean, and she was perping me. And so the perps must have got to her. And but a lot of professed targeted individuals follow her, but she's one of the popular fakes in the narcissistic victim community, all because she likes to wear tight clothes and show breast cleavage, so. But then, the last time I talked to her, I was in Bloomington. And she did what my twin sister would do, lie for an excuse to get off the phone with me. And so I haven't talked on the phone with anybody since. And I feel like I don't want to give you my phone number if you want to play games like donate me money when I'm at my lowest and need help with a hotel room out of bad weather, and then you manipulate for me to feel obligated to give you my phone number, just so that when we get on the phone, you tell me ignore the gang stalking and focus on this and focus on that and triggering, provoking, and perping me. And each and every time, I really hate to be told ignore, because that's triggering and upsetting, It upsets me and triggers me, when they want to try to tell me ignore. And then you end up, you claim to be here for support, but then when I'm telling you about my targeting, you don't want to hear anything I have to say because you feel like I'm being negative. Well, why did you offer to take my phone number? And if y'all be so aggressive and eager to get my phone number, access to my phone number, so they had a couple of people within the past few months on Twitter that tried to manipulate me out of my phone number, but I'm glad I didn't give it to them. And eventually they started perping while pretending to be targeted. And I don't get how people can perp me, but they act everything like a perp towards me. But then they go along and still act like they're still targeted. So people say that when you become a gang stalker, if you're a TI and they get you to flip and become a gang stalker, then if they get you to flip and become a gang stalker, that's like pretty much, if they could get you to become an initiated witch, or what some people say warlock for the guys, And then they got some sold out fake TI perps that practice witchcraft. And then they call everybody else, they use projection and point the finger and call everybody else the narcissist and the witch. But it seems like a lot of people on YouTube, they don't even hold up. They no longer support or comment on my videos. I don't know why they got gnats. I just saw a gnat up in here for some reason. But even on YouTube, excuse me, like they had some people who betrayed and turned against me and started perping unprovoked for no reason at all. And I was wondering if they're TIs that turned into perps or if they were perps before they even, perps pretending to be targeted before they even approached me. You know. But it's so hard that I guess hold on, they're making my nose itch again. I'm letting y'all know that they're making my nose itch. So that I don't just rub my nose and then y'all falsely assume that, oh, see, Candy's a perp. But they're probably making my nose itch on purpose so that people can, other TIs can be manipulated to falsely believe that I'm a perp. Because throughout the day, I don't have like my nose itching like that. But when I'm on camera or whatever, they hit me with directed energy weapons to hit my nose with the weapons to make my nose itch. Or when I first start a video, they make me yawn. Oh, hold up. And here I gotta yawn again. Excuse me. Like at the beginning of a lot of, not every video, but a lot of videos, they make me yawn. Here, make my nose itch again. Excuse me. So, they have put me in predicaments where, they have set me up in a way to make me look in a way where other TIs will falsely assume that I'm a perp, and then they turn against and betray me, and then the actual sex trafficking stalkers will kick back and laugh, and then I end up losing more support. So I mean, I could not continue the lucky cab drive. The lucky cab driving job in Pensacola because they kept sleep depriving me, and the cars that the guy who both of the men who trained me, both of them were perps. The owners were all perps, and so the first day of cab driving, I had no idea until I had absolutely no idea until like after it got dark. I noticed that the van had, I don't remember if it was one tail light or one brake light, and I was wondering like I figured that they did that to me on purpose, and I felt very scared of being pulled over, and once I found out, I called them and notified it. I mean, called the office and notified them, and they said that they will put it. Excuse me, they make my nose itch. The moment that I called them, contacted them, and they said that they will put like a report in or whatever. Then after I turned in the van, then one of the workers there said, he admitted that he admitted that they were aware that it was one tail light. I wish I could have filmed and recorded him saying that. And it's like I was like, well, why would you give me a van that has like, if y'all want to say a malfunctioning tail light or whatever, or a brake light? And then the next day, they gave me the most beat up, raggediest, filthiest vehicle possible. Now I didn't feel comfortable at all driving it, even though it was an older model Cadillac SUV. And I didn't even feel comfortable with touching, And then they set me up where it was strange headlights. And so then after that, I was forced to have to quit the job because I figured they were doing this to me on purpose. And, last summer when I got into that feud, with somebody, he come to find out he was using projection, and he is the sold out fake TI perp. And after he picked the argument with me, then they started promoting his videos to the TI community, and he started going viral. And it's like, you calling the wrong person a fake TI, because how you gonna falsely accuse me of being a fake TI, but you're linking up with Roy E. Cups and all the other popular fakes in the TI community, but you're picking on somebody who you think is vulnerable. So with Amazon, if they give me, if I say I needed more earbuds, and they make the red ones, the only color available, and I have no choice but to take that, or they make it either the cheapest or the only one available, and then excuse me, I can't find anything else, and then I'm like, they did this on purpose. I don't want the red color. And then you hypocritically me wearing the red because that was the only color that they had, but he will wear a red hoodie or a red shirt or intentionally, while he falsely accusing me of being a perp, and then bully and attack me for it. And then when I confront him about his hypocrisy, then he said, I could wear red. And then he threatened me with brass knuckles and try to call me crazy. And I'm like, no, I know you didn't. Excuse me. And the ones who, um, you know, it seems like I have a false bad reputation on TikTok for being a perp or not a real TI or not a TI. And I guess on all social media platforms. But how the hell are you gonna say that that the popular fakes, how are you gonna falsely glorify them as real because they're popular and well liked? And you feel like, oh, they have valid research. But targeted justice is a CIA front, and y'all still follow them. And y'all be like, yeah, go hit up targeted justice, y'all. Go to targeted justice. But I'm a nobody and homeless and struggling. And y'all falsely accuse me of being sold out and fake. And y'all be jealous but act like y'all think y'all better than me. So on my no gang stalking narcs account on TikTok, um on that account, I ended up losing contact with so many people that was supporting me and that I was trying to support them as well. I lost so many contacts. But now it's hard. I mean, even on one of my accounts that I lost over the summer, the perps falsely reporting, and then over the summer, and then a whole lot of professed targeted individuals, like they were nice and talking to me one day, and then when I lose the account because of the perps, then I let them know of my new account, and then they ignore or block me or refuse to connect with me. And they know how it feels if they lost accounts too. Like they have somebody named Johnny Gonzalez. He would end up getting a lot of followers, but they keep shutting Johnny's accounts down. And he would have to keep making new ones. But yeah. But I heard a lot of people say that social media, I mean, especially anti-New World Order related stuff or anything that's goes against the Antichrist New World Order, social media, I heard it make us easier to become targeted. And I guess I knew that since 2011 or 2012, But I heard that the truther community has been infiltrated and the TI community has been infiltrated. And you might as well call the TI community the truther community. But and even like the popular fakes in the truther community would they might even mention about gang stalking. I'm pretty sure that Alex Jones has mentioned gang stalking and targeted individuals. Excuse me. Controlled opposition. And like the popular fakes that's controlled opposition in the TI community, they get praised, but somebody like me, I have no ties or connections with the government, only to be victimized and abused by the government. But narcissistic control freak fake TI perps, they would falsely accuse me of working for the fusion centers. And it's like, I cannot locate, I mean, I don't even know where in New Orleans, or even when I was in Pensacola, Florida, or anywhere. I don't even know where the fusion centers are. You know, I don't even know where the fusion centers are. You know, but to be falsely accused of being a government agent, you know, I feel like that's one of the wildest false rumors to ever be said about me. You know, you know that between that or like the false smear campaigns about me being a perp and not a TI. That or the false rumor about me being a terrorist, or the false rumors about me, sexually offending the biological niece Raven or whatever. Those are like the top three wildest false smear campaigns about me. You know, those are the most, those are the wildest and most outlandish false smear campaigns about me. And also false rumors about me being a prostitute or whatever. But false rumors about me being a prostitute, I can't believe that a grown man would make false rumors like that about an 11-year-old child. Um, you know, I was 10 and 11 years old, and John Kraft from that Masonic Smelly Kraft family, the foster mom used to have like the bus stop for McDonough 26 Elementary School. Excuse me, the bus stop was right in front of the house. So I would wait for the bus right in front of the house. And then, the foster mom would confront me and tell me that John Kraft, she believed him lying on me and falsely accused me of flirting at every man and every car that passes by. Why the hell would you make that lie up about a special needs fifth or sixth grader? But then your own niece, Lanika, was the one doing what you falsely accused me of doing. And I heard there was more than one Kraft family member underaged and living that lifestyle. Excuse me. So I wonder why. So yeah. The foster mom, Adrian Felder, who they call Ann, she would try to tell me that I'm gonna grow up to be a schizophrenic, drug addicted, crazy prostitute. And that I'm gonna grow up to be homeless, living on the streets. And the foster stepdad's daughter, who I heard she was living a promiscuous lifestyle, Danielle. Her name's Danielle also. Excuse me. And she tried to talk about that I'm gonna grow up to be homeless, living underneath the bridge, wondering where my next meal is. And the foster mom would try to condition me to, and her sister Mickey. I was underage, and remember I told y'all that they forced me to wear the same hand-me-down clothes from when I was 8 years old. I would be 8 years old and be forced to wear, you know, the foster family members' hand-me-down clothes, and then the foster mom left me to go to college wearing those same clothes when I was 18 years old. Excuse me. So they got, is that gnats or ants in the ceiling? They all of a sudden got gnats up in here. I don't know if the gnats come from the water in the tub, or if they come from the when the tub was stopped up. I don't know. But anyway, there's something I can't tell if it's a gnat or an ant. Um I think it's a gnat that's crawling in the ceiling right above me. Dang. So but I don't even know if people in the TI community bully me or avoid me like the plague. It feels like high school, junior high or high school all over again. Because people either ignore or avoid me for no reason, or they bully and harass me. And I feel like bullying is a perp trait. No matter how much you try to puff yourself up about falsely glorifying yourself as a real TI, a real TI would not harass or bully a fellow TI that's already at their lowest. Excuse me. Like, you have currently a $50,000 a year job, and you own a house. You have a paid off vehicle that's still kind of new, that you were able to pay it off real quick. Or you own multiple vehicles and 2 or 3 homes, or you own a lot of property and you claim to be a real TI. But I've been, yeah, it is a struggle to even get a meal to eat some days. And struggling on the streets, wrongfully banned from multiple places of business, or harassed, you know, and you still lie to people and say that I'm not a TI or that I'm not a real TI. You know, hold on right quick. So, I did not do the one eye symbolism on purpose when I just tried to pause it. I had difficulty trying to pause it, and I was not trying to show one eye symbolism. I'm sorry, that was unintentional. It was by accident. Excuse me. So, um, so if you profess to be target, excuse me, they make my nose itch. What makes you have a license to wear a red hoodie, but condemn me for this little bit right here? You know, excuse me. But then you wear a red hoodie, but you intentionally throw up satanic hand signs without apologizing. So, and you say that you don't believe that Freemasonry and the Illuminati and the New World Order is real. You bully people saying that they should go to Congress about your targeting or write letters, while you hypocritically, you yourself has said that you wrote letters to Congress and that they ignored you and that they're not doing anything. You know, the FBI, the CIA, the DHS, Congress, the UN, or any other agency, none of them have any intention on making gang stalking go away. So I just, I can't even get any supportive people to talk to. So I mean, I I pray to God about it. Excuse me. I pray to God about it. Since nobody else wants to listen or for me to talk about my targeting, y'all will falsely claim that I am a covert narcissist that's an eternal victim or always the victim. But you complain about your targeting just like I do. Why aren't you the eternal victim and covert narcissist? But then you start acting narcissistic and controlling and being a bully and being abusive and you know excuse me, and then when you get mad you say not everybody that's targeted is chosen. But then what makes you feel special that you falsely glorify yourself as chosen? When you're trying to love bomb me and use me for narcissistic supply, you try to butter me up and tell me I think you're God's chosen. Oh, you're full of that sparkle. You're full of light. You got a heart of gold. And then after you betray me, I'm the one that's the narcissist. I'm the one that's a demon. I'm the one that's full of negativity. I'm the one who's so greedy. Why are you perping and triggering me if I'm all these things? Because you're the sold out narcissistic control freak, fake TI perp that's you sold out. And but I think that a lot of these so-called targeted individuals, like the fake TI perps that sold out, like the first thing they do is run to my twin sister, or they will call me they will call me the trigger word greedy, or they call me schizophrenic and crazy, and they run to my twin sister, and start defending and agreeing with her, and then lie and say she's the chosen one and that I'm the purple, I'm not the TI. And my twin sister gets off on that. Excuse me. So, but I think that people in the so-called TI community hate me and think that they're better than me because of me being seen by society as special needs or disabled or whatever. And then, they'll call me remedial and retarded. And it's like, well, wow, you pretended to be a fake supportive friend on the phone, for 2 years. And all those times you told me that you thought I was so smart. But now because you're mad at me, you're trying to give covert hints that you think that I'm so retarded. Or you think that, or you'll flat out call me remedial. That's slow. So, but you backstab and betray and act fake, but lie to everybody and say that I betrayed you, or that I'm the one that's a nuisance to the body of Christ, or that I'm causing division, or that I'm sowing discord amongst the brethren. How can you say that I'm sowing discord amongst the brethren while you voluntarily run to the gang stalkers trying to sex traffic me? And you're talking about hypocritically talk about everybody else having every right to sue me, but then you freaking went on your smear campaigns to slander me. Where's my right to take you to court and sue you for slander, defamation, and libel? You could sit there and defend and agree with Masonic gang stalkers, saying that they have every right to sue me and punish me. You know, and then, I mean, but when I speak out against you being fake and abusing me, then you pretend to play like you're the victim and say that I threw you under the bus. You know, when you backstab me. But here you're starting false rumors in the TI community, or, I mean, you know, starting false rumors talking about somebody being either a whore or a gay or whatever else. You tell that to me over the phone that you know, your false assumption that somebody's gay or a whore or that they do this and that they do that. You know, but you're the narcissistic control freak fake TI perp that will copy everything I do and then lie on me and say that I'm jealous of my twin sister and living vicariously through her. Which is in which you just projecting your jealousy onto me. It's all very confusing. And y'all the same ones who falsely accuse me of having a negative spirit or being so demonic. But all these attacks and everything, and I'm supposed to stay quiet and not speak up. But y'all can smear and lie on me all fucking day and get undeserved praise for it. And have me wrongfully canceled and muted on my own fucking YouTube videos. My own channel. But y'all are wicked, unrepentant, wicked sinners who feel like you don't need to change. But you want to point out what you think is every flaw with me. You know. So, but anyway, I almost forgot to mention that, you know, earlier, when I got my Uber Eats order, there was a guy who was trying to manipulate for me to go to the front office so that I could end up getting set up to be perp even more. Now the DoorDash lady, she found my you know, she found where I was at. You know, she found where I was at, like with no issue. But this guy was acting lazy and on purpose and refused to come, you know, by where I'm at. And I told him exactly where I'm at, and he tried to say that there is no pool. I'm like, yes, there is, you know. And it's like he wasn't even trying to follow any of the directions I was trying to tell him to how to get here and deliver me my food. And so then, you know, he started getting an attitude with me because I figured that, you know, he was doing this on purpose and playing games and pretending to play like he's stupid or, you know, and you fraudulently and illegally like a ghetto hood dude. How the hell you rich enough to afford a Tesla? Because you sold your soul. So he tried to play ignorant, you know. And I'm like, well, if I would have had the funds, you know, you would have missed out on it. You would have missed out on a good tip if I financially had it like that. So so then so he yelled at me and said, "Why are you getting an attitude with me?" When he yelled at me first and got ignorant with me first. And then the whole time there was a one obvious one headlight that did not stay here, and he had obvious one headlight. And since I was on the phone with the guy, with the delivery guy, all I was able to do was take a picture of that one headlight perp, that Freemason sex trafficking satanic perp. Excuse me. So then that perp was there to act like he wanted to try to monitor the delivery transaction. And he had obvious one headlight, and he did not stay here. And he had an out of state license plate that I couldn't even get the state or the number. I just remember his license plate was blue and white. But he had like a gray older model Chevy car with obvious one headlight. You know. But if I would have got to actually film him, the fact that he didn't even stay here and come here to gang stalk me, and if I would have put that on film and then put it up on anywhere on social media, the online stalkers call up the place, show them my video, and then I'm wrongfully banned from the whole entire chain forever for the rest of my life. But I'm a valid guest here. You're not. But you're the one that's trespassing. But I gotta be wrongfully banned. That's how this gang stalking operates. Excuse me. That's how they do. But and also on my way walking to breakfast, I didn't get to take a picture of it, but I saw a blue car that was parked here at this hotel with no license plate at all. And I see a lot of vehicles with Texas license plates. Excuse me. I've been coughing. As I say, I have to explain that I've been coughing and clearing my throat. Well, in this case, because of the mucus from the tooth abscess, but a lot of the times I might clear my throat as a Tourette's tick if with my Tourette's, um but because of that, I have people on TikTok falsely condemn me as a perp, but then the same people falsely accusing me of being a perp, other people say that they're a controlled opposition agent. And I'm like, well, you don't like to be falsely accused of being a perp, so why are you doing it to me? And come to find out, it's the case that it would be true that you are sold out fake TI perp. But never believe the devil or um, his servants. And that's what a lot of professed targeted individuals doing. That's what they are doing. But then they falsely do like the regular perps. Tell me, you're the problem. Well, of course I'm going to be the problem to you because you're listening to these perps, the sex trafficking perps. And even the professed TI community would not give any damn if I drop dead today or tomorrow. And it's a damn shame of the hardcore lack of support that I'm getting in the TI community. I can't believe it. It's a nightmare. I mean, what makes certain professed targeted individuals more worthy and more deserving of perps than another TI? You know, so oh man, my right ear have been feeling um like it's trying to be infected. It's been feeling like that all day. Like try to have some swelling and pain in my right ear. But I don't know why I feel like tomorrow I gotta go to work and be back on the streets when I don't. It's Wednesday, the day after tomorrow. Um the day after tomorrow, you know. But I mean, I'm feeling so tired that I feel like I'm not ready to go back to work on Wednesday. Or I'm not really looking forward to going back to work on Wednesday. I mean, feeling so tired. But I mean, it seems like when I was working at the Grand Canyon, um, I thought they were trying to say you could work as many hours as you want, but I only was able to work for until maybe one or two paychecks, mainly one paycheck maybe, and then I ended up back homeless again, and they were perping me really bad at the Grand Canyon, and I even felt the vibrating at a remote spot at the Grand Canyon, and I didn't realize that perps in that dorm were hitting me with directed energy weapons, and I was heavily workplace mobbed. Like, how do you imagine going to a whole different city and state where you never been to in your entire life? Like before then, I had never really no, I had passed through Arizona, but never like been to Arizona, like as far as living there. But with the Grand Canyon, that was my first time ever at the Grand Canyon, the first time ever meeting these people. And, the first time they met me, everybody looked at me like they wanted to hurt or kill me or something. And that Alvin, that Navajo Indian guy, Alvin, and that black guy, that Alfred white guy that they called Fred, and that Melanie lady, and quite a few others, they were all, against me, you know. But they had this. I didn't realize this man. Him and his wife claimed to be from New Orleans, and the guy was a proud Freemason, and he had a red car, but he was fake nice, and I didn't realize that he was a fake nice perp. You know, or I don't remember. Yeah, I think he did say he was from New Orleans. If not New Orleans, then somewhere in Louisiana. So, then, you know, the Melanie lady was the one who, you know, sealed the deal with coercively manipulating for me to have to be forced to quit. She was the heaviest workplace bobber. But they all ganged up on me. And the HR, human resources, they didn't even want to do much of nothing, you know. And that Melanie lady, people were saying something was wrong with her. But she falsely glorified herself as a line cook when she was not a line cook. They say she was a prep cook. And then Miss Melanie was making a whole bunch of crazy ass wild false rumors about me. You know, spreading false rumors about me. You know, and she would bully, harass, and threaten me and try to order me around and tell me what to do and try to instill fear, you know. And they had this girl that was Navajo Indian, and I don't remember her name, but um, she was young enough to be my child, and she was like 19 years old, and everybody thought she was 10. Um, excuse me, and she was a bossy, narcissistic perp, and I was like 35, 36 years old. No, I had just turned 35. And she would try to order me around and tell me what to do, you know. But then when I told her to start doing such and such, you know, that bothers me, she would look at me like I'm crazy, you know. And I didn't realize that what I went through at the Grand Canyon was gang stalking and workplace mobbing. Excuse me. When I very first went to the Grand Canyon, that Alvin guy was giving me mean looks and acting like he wanted to fight me. That Fred guy, he's supposedly from Las Vegas, and when I he had me afraid that he said he's from Las Vegas, but he talked like somebody that sounded like New Orleans, you know. But he was abusive, narcissistic, hard, and mean, and difficult to get along with, or difficult to communicate with, and difficult to approach, and had me afraid that if I tell him the littlest thing, that he will haul off and knock the shit out of me or something. Like he seemed like very short fused and ill tempered towards me. My presence, my existence, you know. That Fred guy, his name is Alfred White, but they call him Fred. But they had a couple of people at the Grand Canyon that was friendly and nice, you know. But some people that were friendly and nice, eventually they ended up betraying and turning against me and ganging up on me, you know. Sometimes if I might be somewhere and they might have like everybody ganging up on me but one or two supporters, and then eventually they end up ganging up on me or betraying me, then I end up having absolutely nobody. So, and then perps kept trying to deliberately set me up to fall off the cliff at the Grand Canyon. Now, like, for that reason, I will never visit the Grand Canyon or anything similar, or drive through the Blue Ridge Mountains for the rest of my life. Once and never again. Blue Ridge Mountains in South Carolina. I was driving a rental car, and the abusive narcissistic perps kept trying to set me up to fall off a cliff. I'm like, why would you do this to me on purpose? And if they would have succeeded at killing me, it would have been that I died right after Blake. I mean, I nearly lost my life the day before Blake did. I almost lost my life the day before Blake, the biological cousin Blake. And then I almost lost my life the same day that the biological dad Arthur passed away. But y'all say he's not my real daddy. So, yeah. So, I mean, hold up. But, like, all these people who profess to be spiritual and that profess to be Christian, why are they meaner, more unforgiving and more unmerciful than devil worshippers? But I don't want shit to do with any devil worshippers either. I mean, I really hate like, before I knew the truth, people who look like they dress like it's Halloween every damn, these devil worshippers that dress like it's Halloween every damn day, you know, and before I knew the truth, but I didn't never really hung out with them, but if I have an encounter, they would go out of their way to pretend to be fake, like extremely so-called friendly or whatever. But it's like, then they have these people that's professed to be Christian, that's abusive, narcissistic, hard, and mean, and difficult to communicate with or approach. And they're unmerciful and unforgiving. And, they're so hard and mean that they make you cry. And make you feel hopeless. And it's like, I grew up thinking, even though the fake Bar cult taught us to not believe in Jesus Christ or God or the Christian religion, I grew up to believe that professed Christians are supposed to be nice people or good people, But, I mean, when they will have people that profess to be Christian that will have less empathy, mercy, and compassion on you than a devil worshiper. But I don't even know if a devil worshiper, if they, what the Bible said that, Satan masquerading as an angel of light. So that might be why these devil worshippers pretend to do good deeds for people. Just like the Freemasons pretend to do good deeds for people, Excuse me, but one thing I hate that I've been seeing, though, is people that profess to be, like, they have turned away from the Christian religion and turned to the dark side, or turned to Satanism, the occult, New Age, or whatever, because they felt like they were hurt by false Christians too badly. Like they were attacked and hurt by narcissistic fake Christians so badly that they ended up being like a self-destructing hardcore Satanist. Like, and they end up like doing like things harmful to themselves in order to cope with the abuse by so-called Christians. And these people, some people even that say that they were pastors that turned away from Christianity because the false Christians hurt them too bad. Excuse me. Excuse me. And but I was shocked to discover the real Jesus Christ by reading the Bible. You know, and I'm like, wow, like all my life, like I never knew, Jesus Christ was like this, or I didn't know he was like that because the fake IDMR cult never taught us, Excuse me. So, we would believe, like, taught to believe that Jesus Christ, even in the Catholic world, because New Orleans is like a big Catholic city, and they got some Baptists as well. Excuse me, but they end up, it's like they gave us the false idea that Jesus Christ was just like a weak, easy pushover. And when I read the Bible, I was shocked to find out that that was not the case. That and a lot of Bible stories I just didn't know. Because the fake IDMR cult had us thinking one thing, and my eyes were open really to the truth. Like, after the biological mom, Frances, died, and well, after both parents died in 2000, actually it was December 2013, I think I started studying the King James version of the Bible. I started studying the Bible because I would read the other Bible versions and get confused. But then I started to understand better once I had the King James version of the Bible, and also things to help me study or whatever and research. And then and I had, like, after getting out of the cult, I had a lot of bad so-called Christian experiences myself. And I wonder, how did I keep going? Or how did I not quit and turn back atheist again? Because off and on throughout the years, I felt like I was atheist. Excuse me, or I felt like I didn't want to believe in any God. If I felt like, if I was trying to break away from the fake IDMR cult, or felt like I hated them because of all the abuse. And then next thing you know, if they told us not to believe in Jesus Christ, I felt, well, I'm going to be atheist. And then after a while, I found out, the real Jesus Christ. And after that, I ended up with different abuse from different churches, and like abusive experiences from different churches, and then kept getting hurt and getting more and more hurt. Each church I tried to join, and they were probably gang stalkers as well, abusive narcissistic gang stalkers, and then being ganged up on and bullied in church, or people in church who don't like you, or people in church who hate you. And like the same kind of bullying at church or at work when you have a job, or at the homeless shelters, or with your family, all of it, or when you go to school, all being ganged up on or bullied, or in the TI community, or ganged up on and bullied, or singled out, So church ain't even excluded, And then when the biological mom Frances died, these churches did not want to help me. Instead, they oppressed and abused me and traumatized me even further. And then people wanted to shun me for gaining more weight. I went from 245 pounds to 279 because of grieving the loss of both parents and having no support, not even family. The entire family was against me even then. But as I said, I felt bad that I treated the biological mom a certain way because I was brainwashed. But in 2011, I woke up to the truth and wanted to, I owed her a big apology. I wanted to go and give her a big apology. That I was deceived and brainwashed. But, but the biological mom, Frances, she wasn't the worst devil in the world like they made her out to be, but at the same time, just like I am far from a saint, I don't think any of us are really saints, so, but it took for her to die, and I hate that happened, for me to realize that there are family members still living that are way worse than the foster mom tried to portray the biological mom to be. The biological sister Ramona is dirtier than the biological mom Frances. The biological mom Frances has some dirty ways too. I had my dirty ways because I was brainwashed to act a certain way, But as I said, I went to, and my twin sister and other family members, ever since 2011, they kept blocking me from talking to the biological mom, Frances, when she was in a nursing home. And I was ostracized from the family, but the family was fake shocked at me moving all the way to Los Angeles. Well, you don't want me around you, but then you get surprised that I live so far across the country. You don't want to be bothered or you want nothing to do with me, but you wonder that I'm batshit crazy for living way in Los Angeles by myself with no friends or no family. Because y'all showed me then, before then, you showed me that you gave no fucks about me and that you didn't want me around. And you only wanted to use me for my money. For the little money that I had, you only wanted to use me for my money. So, but anyway. But as I said, the biological mom, Frances, she drove us up the wall. But they got other annoying family members too, But if they intentionally do stuff to trigger and provoke, on purpose, But I say that I wish that I would have respected my biological mom, Frances, more. But at the same time, she was, practicing the voodoo and witchcraft and all that too. And I don't even know if she was demon possessed or not. I don't know. But um multiple people swore up and down that she was a witch or that she practiced voodoo. And a lot of people say that a lot of the family members practice it. I know I damn sure don't. You know. So, but anyway, um, it's 10:42 p.m. tonight, right now, and I'm it's 10:42 p.m. and I'm tomorrow. I think even tomorrow I'll be just too tired to get up and go get my mail, and I feel like I just need more rest. And you know, Wednesday I will have to be back on the streets and have just enough money for one meal. Well, they said on Wednesdays you can eat for free, one meal for free on Wednesday, and then a second meal you have to pay half price at the job. But Wednesday I guess I would eat breakfast here, and then um eat breakfast here, and then um eat lunch for free, and then I just will have just enough money to have like one meal for dinner, and then the weather's supposed to be warmer, but it'll be so hard being on the streets and being in the same work clothes every day and not being able to take a bath or a shower. And that would be critical because of me working around food. You got to keep your hygiene up. But I couldn't if I got to be 5 days on the streets and menstruating with no place to take a bath. And then I would end up being bullied even more, or possibly even, fired from the job or whatever. Or if they make it like it's a big problem, you know, and me having nowhere to sleep and being sleep deprived and attacked by mosquitoes and gang stalked even harder, and being like sleep deprived and unable to perform and being irritable, and me probably being snappy and rude and having an attitude with people or something, when normally I wouldn't be like that, but excuse me, but my body feels so weak right now, you know, and not even this week. I will have to wait another whole week. Way next week, not this week, but next week, like um probably yeah, 10 days from now. I'm going to be struggling until 10 days from now. Struggling to survive until 10 days from now, you know. And perps and they don't care about my suffering, and they intentionally keep making things harder for me. And then laugh at my suffering and treat me like I'm less than or lower than human. And I know the Bible did say that the love of many will wax cold. And now, as I described, that professed Christians are more cold-hearted and cruel than these freaking devil worshippers. Like, it's backwards that the devil worshippers end up having, more empathy and compassion than people that say that they're Christian, or more merciful and more forgiving. But I stay away from the devil worshippers and those kind of fake Christians, and trying to just rely on Jesus Christ. And I'm never going to turn atheist again. But there's lack of love in the body of Christ. Increased selfishness, excuse me. And I think it's what people say is the false Christian American, the American, American fake Christians with the Babylonian spirit. They say it's a mind control, MK Ultra Babylonian spirit. What people say, So that antichrist, ecumenical Babylonian spirit that these professed Christians doing satanic things, you know, and not just sin, but all out satanic stuff. But I mean, but I need to straighten out myself and work on my walk with Jesus Christ and improve my walk with Jesus Christ, you know, and stop being lukewarm. Like I've been lukewarm or backsliding myself and need to get closer to the real Jesus Christ. Yeah. So, like tomorrow, I won't have to spend, excuse me, any money on anything, you know, unless I was a little bit hungrier and got something out the snack machine. But other than that, I might have to hold my hunger a little bit so that I can have that last just about enough money for one meal, that dinner meal on Wednesday, if I still have the job opportunity, if I still have the job, but I'm feeling scared to have to be back on it, like uncomfortable and scared to be back on the streets on Wednesday morning. And it's so hard trying to get help, like help with more hotel nights and stuff, you know. And, as I said, the work paycheck, if it's likely to be like 55 hours or so, or 54 hours or so, that would be definitely under $600. And so that would be enough for just freaking like a whole 2 weeks paycheck being enough for just 5 hotel nights. And maybe enough for a little bit of food, and then struggling, you know, for another couple of weeks. I mean, it's very fucked up, very messed up that the gang stalkers got me forced to live like this. In person and online stalkers. And my body can't even handle working. My body and my mind cannot even handle working 2 jobs. You know. But yeah, other than that, tomorrow I shouldn't have to spend. I don't have to spend a penny throughout the day, any money at all throughout the day. And I'm trying to save the last $5 or $6 and a little bit of extra change for that one dinner on Wednesday. And then Thursday I will have no money. I mean, I just got $1.50. And then whenever I get the DoorDash refund, I don't know how long that will be. With the DoorDash refund, I don't know what day it will be, but that will be just enough for one meal, you know, the discounted meal at the job if I still have the job. So it looks like I will have to continue to ask for help um, until February 29th. And then um, and then, I'll be good for at least a few days from what I know. But I have been trying to look for an opportunity of a place to live. Um, but due to the, excuse me, due to my disability, even if it weren't for the gang stalking, I cannot live with other people. Um, like with my disability, I can't live with other people. And then the gang stalking on top of that, I more so cannot live with nobody, can't trust nobody. You know. So I have to get going because I have to get going because the my storage space. Well, I had downloaded since my other MP3 player got lost. And the other one got messed up, and there was another one that got messed up. Um, I ended up having to I downloaded the audio Bible on my phone, the MP3s, and so that added more storage space on my phone. So my videos, you know, have to be shorter. You know, otherwise I could have gone all the way to 3 hours, but I don't have enough storage space, so I'm gonna have to get going for now. If you stayed all the way this 2 hours of hearing me ramble on, then I appreciate the support, and I'm not talking about you stalker perps who are against me. I'm talking about the few supporters that I have. Um, you know, so um, and they're vibrating my body right now. So I mean, yeah, I said in a community post that it doesn't look like I could be able to ever have permanent housing again due to the targeting. Like I gotta be forced to be homeless for the rest of my life because of the targeting. And they make sure that I can't even have like a good job or something. I can't even get to stay at a place to live, a permanent home or a permanent job or anything long term. Anything good long term, but they want me with this long term chronic homelessness, or they want me institutionalized so bad, or they're looking for something to falsely accuse me of, you know. And I'm trying as best as I could to become, not let my guard down. And I'm also trying to not let myself be apathetic about whatever happens to me. I don't want to feel like I don't care what happens to me. Scary as I am, you know, I don't want to feel like I don't care what happens to me, because I really do care. But I mean, I don't want to, you know, give up fighting the battle to survive and live every day. So, thanks for listening. I gotta go. Love y'all. Bye.